Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Superintendent Spotlight. Pete, are we on a new camera or something?
No, I just moved it, zoomed in. Yeah, well, there is a new camera in the studio because the old one died.
Oh, because we look different. I don't know, we look darker.
Yeah, it's a little bit got more contrast than the other one did.
Okay. All right. Well, good morning and welcome to Superintendent Spotlight. It is June 5th. It is Thursday, and we only have how many days left of school? 12, 13, something like that?
You're on the 18th, right?
18.
Yes.
So 13, if my math serves me correctly.
12 and a half. 12 and a half.
Right, because that's a half day, too.
And it's graduation day tonight.
So graduation tonight for Westfield Technical Academy, and the weather looks like it's going to be good, but a little warm. They want to dress accordingly.
A little hot. I have I have 2 cases of water.
Thank you.
For my crew.
And I think we should maybe get some water for tonight. All right, let's think on that.
Yeah.
And I think, I have to wear that black gown, so I basically get, it'll be hot. Then there's tomorrow, which is Westfield High School's graduation, and as par for the course for the past few years, there's rain in the forecast. So right now for tomorrow, partly cloudy early with scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, and the chance of rain is 50%. So when I look at my ad here that just popped up. Okay, let's go. So my hourly for tomorrow, it looks as of right now, there is a 36% chance of rain at 5 p.m., a 22% chance of rain at 6, and then it goes up to 50 at 7. Down to 44 at 8 and 24% at 9. Indoor graduations are pretty tough for the high school because they have to happen in the gymnasium, and then the kids can't bring as many guests as they would want to. So we have to live stream it into the auditorium or the cafeteria for the other guests.
That was my high school graduation.
It was
1989.
Really, and you were in the gym?
We were in the gym. There was a thunderstorm about 1 in the afternoon for a half an hour, and the whole thing shifted to the gym, and it was a beautiful night.
And
it was before live streaming, so
Right.
So I try to wait. I really do wait to the last minute because I know how much of an inconvenience it is to be inside. I mean, if our kids have like grandparents or other people that have come in from out of town, they don't get to actually sit in the ceremony. And then there's the fact that the gymnasium is hotter than anything I've ever been in, including a sauna.
And I think not only did we not have live stream then, but we also probably didn't have hourly forecast.
Oh, no one was looking at the radar on their phones.
Right.
It was funny. I remember one graduation year. I was a principal, and I'm sitting in the crowd looking at my live Doppler radar on my phone, and I'm looking, and the green is all around us.
Ooh.
But
it never came.
Wow.
By the way, both graduations will be live streamed.
Excellent.
They're
Yes.
both up on the Westfield Community Programming. I put the events up because the contingency plan for Westfield High School is if they have to go into the gym, we're going to put at least one camera up there that we can control from down here to do that If it goes up there, we can do that graduation because we're not going to have enough time to pick up and move from Bullens up to there if it gets called
But
late.
even if they're both outside, they're live streamed.
Yes,
which is
They'll
they're
also
going to
be
be live
live
streamed no matter what.
Thank you for doing that, because there are often people who
can't
are
get
not
there.
physically able
Yeah,
to get there,
parents,
or with it being
grandparents,
so
yeah.
hot, some people, grandparents, may not be able to go. So
Right.
it's good that everyone will be able to see it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
started doing that a couple of years ago. It used to be just recorded, I think. Rick Starkey would just record it.
That's right.
Just a single camera record, and then we started doing it, and then next year it'll be even better when we have the truck. So it'll be a lot easier next year too, when we have the truck.
Well, I'm just hopeful. I know we're going to have tonight's outside. I'm hopeful tomorrow works out too.
When
But
do
I
you
will
make
tell
the
you.
call on that?
So I think by 2:00 I have to make a decision tomorrow, and hopefully the forecast is better than it was a couple days ago already. So
Yeah.
maybe
Now it's
steadily
scattered.
improved.
I have a prediction.
What's that?
Ooh.
Whatever you decide,
Yeah.
people will be unhappy about it.
Yeah, you're right. Well, although
Some will be happy.
the last 2 years it's
Some will
rained
be
on our
unhappy.
kids. Let's be
Right.
fair, and
We've
they were
played the
fine.
odds. We've played the odds.
The one year that
Kids
was
had
not
great stories coming out of that. And
Well, they
honestly,
do.
We never had a problem with heat.
Yes,
right.
True.
There was one year though we were out in a thunderstorm.
Yeah, that felt a little unsafe.
That was close.
That was in.
That was close.
We
by,
sped
yeah.
up quickly, and
That was Tech Academy.
I believe it was, yeah, thunderstorm. You could see it coming in too.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, I
not
gotta get
fun.
this.
not
The
fun.
flyover
But-
was canceled.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So, all right, to our show today. We have Andrea Allard here from the YMCA of Greater Westfield. As I'm reading it off her shirt there.
You forgot?
No, I was just.
Late in the year, Stefan.
No, you wonder the order, right? Because is it the YMCA? Is it the Greater Westfield YMCA or the YMCA of Greater Westfield?
It's the YMCA of Greater Westfield.
And so how are so first of all, you've been at the Y now for how long, Andrea? Good.
13 years as the CEO,
Oh.
but a lifetime.
Why?
Right.
Yeah,
I thought
like-
you were going to go way back,
Yeah,
because
no.
I think you
You-
were going to
did you work there in high school, too?
I worked there in high school. My mom sent me to camp when I was 7, so I've been with the Y for over 40 years. I
And
collected my first paycheck at 15.
At 15
At
was from the
15.
YMCA.
Was from the YMCA.
Nice. Talk about dedication,
Right.
loyalty.
Exactly.
And so you had a pretty nice event the other night that Susan went
We
to, huh?
sure
Talk about that a
did.
little bit.
Yeah, we had our annual premiere event up at Westfield State University. We brought in Sidney Friedman. He's a mentalist from Chicago. Didn't really know what to expect, but it was a little
It's a
mind-blowing.
mentalist.
Susan, what did he do that surprised you?
So a mentalist, unlike a magician, a mentalist doesn't use sleight of hand to do tricks, although I think there was a little bit of that. But a mentalist uses other subtle cues, but
Brainwaves.
is just really honing in on the person and what they're
So it was
thinking.
interactive.
Very
Oh,
interactive.
yes.
He was able to, say he would have you stand up in the audience and you would think of a song and he would go back to his keyboard and he would hone in on you and look into your
Did he
deep
get it?
eyes, and he would get it.
He would
And it
start,
wasn't
he would
fixed? Because
say-
I don't usually
And
buy into
it
that.
wasn't. It was not fixed.
No.
Really?
And the thing that was most impressive, well, that was very impressive. But the other thing that was really impressive is that he was asking people to think of a number, and then he would get that number. But when he turned it around and said, I am going to project a number out to you, and now you need to just pretend that you're looking out through my eyes. What is the number that I'm thinking of? And I was in the far back. I didn't really have a great table. It might have been because my registration came in on the late side. No,
Thought you had a good line of sight, but we couldn't turn
No,
the
no.
lights off in the back.
really, the table was great because Kate Ritchie, the principal of SRS, was mortified to think she might get picked.
Oh, okay.
So every time he was walking around, we were trying to get him to come over and get Kate, but we didn't succeed. She succeeded. So he was projecting out his number, and then he said he would give a clue like it's between 50 and 100, and it has two odd numbers in it. And so then he's projecting and we're receiving, and he said, raise your hand if you had 79. And 50 hands in the room go up. Andrea said she had both of
Both
the numbers
numbers.
that he got right. I had 81 when it was 18.
Right.
Or
So
I
you
had,
were reversed.
yeah, and then the other one I was off a little. I had like the first number, but not this. That, I don't know how you can explain that. But then it did remind me of the red hammer. You know when people say, add a number, do this, take away this, think of a color, think of a tool. Oh, did you have a green hammer? And have you ever done that?
Yeah, but I'm a
similar-
little skeptical
Similar.
on that stuff. I got to be honest, but
know.
I think most people in the room were skeptical until they left the room that night.
and then so was that good?
It
Yeah,
was
it
that
really
it
was.
was that.
And that's a
good.
fundraiser for you guys.
It is a fundraiser for us, so it helps support programming at the Y. A lot of we gave out $225,000 in financial aid last year, as no one's turned away for an inability to pay. So it really helps those kids, especially going into the summer, to attend Camp Shepherd or attend the program
Yeah.
at the Y. To attend
That's
the
a great segue to
preschool.
Camp Shepherd.
Right.
Amazing
Let's talk about Camp
organization.
Shepherd. We've had some field trips up there this year too. I think from our classes, wasn't?
The middle school did their 8th grade party out
yeah.
there on
Yeah.
Tuesday, I believe. So
Well, thank you for hosting us for that. Right.
Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome.
We used to go to what's that?
Meadows.
High Meadows, but they're
No S. I worked
High Meadow.
there.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
sorry.
worked there?
That was my first job at 15.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I'm so glad that our student, I'm not affiliated with High Meadow.
Well, no, I think they just went up so much on their prices, and it's just everything is becoming more expensive. But the other part is the transportation piece too.
Yeah.
Right.
So to have something so close that we can utilize is just a really big benefit, I think, to. and our
Yeah, it was great.
relationship,
I
too.
went up there, and I know Melissa Whitney, our operations director, worked closely with the school personnel. So there was like inflatable axe throwing. We had archery set up, the climbing tower set up. Music was blaring. It was a different vibe out at camp when you had the 8th grade field trip.
Absolutely.
It was
They
awesome.
had a blast.
It looked like a lot of fun. It was a gorgeous day.
So let's talk about Camp Shepherd. You have a program that goes on there in the summer too, right?
We do. We run for 4 sessions. They run on 2 weeks. We start June 23rd. So when the school department shuts down the YMCA.
June 18th is our last day, and it's a half day, folks.
Yeah.
So when the school department is done, then we get all the kids between the Boys and Girls
Yes.
Club and the Y. So we have about 220 kids every 2 weeks. We service.
Different kids, or do you get the same kids ever? Just asking.
We have about 450
Total?
kids, like non-duplicated services.
Right.
But over 800 camper slots throughout the summer.
And they go fast. There's always a wait
Right,
list.
right. Yeah,
for
right now the
section.
only session open is session 1. 2, 3, and 4 are on a wait list right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty incredible. So you go out to camp and there's no.
You took me for a tour, I recall.
Right. Yeah. There's no electronics. When we can keep the teens off their phones, we're doing something.
When you can
right?
keep the adults off their phones,
right.
too.
There is that. There is
Yeah.
that. But it's great. Swimming pool, pond, archery, songs, dirt, streams, rivers.
The
hikes.
good old days. The good old days.
It is. It is
Yeah.
exactly the good old days.
So if they want to get into session 1, how do they do that? If there's
They can run down to the Y, because I don't think there's many spots left, but and just fill out the registration form.
the form. So that takes care. Is that all your summer programming, or do you have other stuff as well?
Gee, no,
Okay,
no.
here we go.
Also
That's what I'm
have
asking.
we also have a summer program at the Y, so we service 75 school-age kids, and we have 60 preschoolers. So we have about 140 kids at the Y every day, and then
And
we
then Camp
also
Shepherd?
and then Camp Shepherd.
Are
and
you
then
hiring?
I think we are full for hiring.
Wow, that's nice.
I think we're really
You
really
have
close.
so
Hire
many returning.
Yeah, a lot of high school students and college students, and we get them year over year, and then it's sad to see them go, because then
When they
they go get their adult jobs.
Yeah. Well, some people
Yeah.
stay the whole time. There you go.
Some people happen to stay there for a lifetime. Funny thing is I'm there as the CEO, and I attended Camp Shepherd. Melissa Whitney, our operations director, also attended Camp Shepherd when she was 4. So and then our new camp director, Leanne Barrett, also attended Camp Shepherd.
Wow.
So
And
one
he
of us has
attended-
been enrolled at Camp Shepherd from 1977 through today without missing a year.
That is amazing.
Right. The only year Melissa and I weren't there was 2011, but now that we have
Liam,
yeah,
he was there.
he was
too.
there.
So he got the missing years
He
covered.
got the missing
Yeah.
years covered.
And Liam graduated from Tech
Academy?
Academy.
Yes, yep.
He got his start, I will say, at Paper Mill.
Were you his principal?
Strong start.
Yep.
He may have started, he may have started actually with you at the preschool. I don't know. I went to the YMCA preschool back in 1970, probably 4.
Nice, Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm a proud board member for the YMCA.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I'm just stuck on 1974.
Well, yes.
All right, we're going to take our first break. So, Andrew, we play 4 songs. You got to guess the year. You probably remember.
All right.
And this is our first song. Pete, you got it lined up for us? And it is number 5 on the top 100 of the year that we're looking for.
How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace. When I stand here taking every breath with you. Ooh, you're the only one who really knew me at all. How can you just walk away from me when all I can do is watch you leave? 'Cause we've shared the laughter and the pain, and even shared the tears. You're the only one who really knew me at all. So take a look at me now. There's just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me. Just a memory of your face. Oh, take a look at me now. There's just an empty space, and you coming back to me is against the odds, and that's what I've got to face. I wish I could just make you turn around and see me cry. There's so much I need to say to you, so many reasons why. You're the only one who really knew me at all. So take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me. Just a memory of your face. Now take a look at me now. 'Cause there's just an empty space, but to wait for you is all I can do, and that's what I've gotta face. Take a good look at me now, 'cause I'll still be standing here, and you coming back to me is against all odds. It's the chance I've gotta take. Take a look at me now.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue, in Westfield.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSFD.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight. It is Thursday, June 5th, 9:24 or 9:22 a.m. I don't know. There's two different times in here, but 24. We're on
The one on the
24.
screen is correct.
That's the correct one. Okay.
And,
So,
we also have to record all those IDs soon. We record all those IDs pretty soon.
oh, yeah, I'm going to need a new logo.
A couple of weeks.
We're
yeah.
getting a new radio station. Did you know that? 107.5, right?
Exciting.
Yes. 107.5 WSFD.
WSFD. What's going to be like the station like jingle?
I know, we're trying to figure that
FSD.
out. SFD.
SFD.
Short for Westfield.
Westfield.
I
Yeah.
consolidated Westfield as best I could because EST
Look at Andrea
wasn't available.
picking that up already.
Wow.
WIP wasn't
Andrea
available.
might be a little bit of a mentalist.
I think she might. Yeah, I think that
Maybe
could
a little
be
bit
it.
mental. I'm not sure about ist.
Hey, that was Against All Odds by Phil Collins, if you didn't know the song.
I know exactly what year it is. I was in high school.
There you go. See,
And I
we're
didn't have
all
to-
in a similar age range.
Yeah,
so when I picked the
Right.
music today, I did consider that. Like,
Yep.
I could have gone with like 2015, and we all would be lost, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Because today's music is just not the same.
And that's
No,
10
it's cut and
years
paste.
ago.
Yeah.
Has no staying power.
No, it has no staying power.
Oh.
But we are broadcasting live here from Westfield Technical Academy, and today is their last day of service at Tiger's Pride Restaurant. So if you'd like to come by, you can get takeout, or you can come in and sit down in the restaurant. And it's 10:45 to 12:15. But Susan, what's on the menu today?
Well, today's soups are cheeseburger chowder or
Love that.
vegetable barley. Salads, they have the garden salad and a chef salad.
I like chef
today.
salads.
I do too. Turkey, ham, Swiss, and cheddar, boiled egg and croutons, over greens with assorted garden vegetables. The entrees, chicken quesadillas, chicken breast, grilled chicken breast with caramelized onions, avocado, cheddar cheese, grilled between flour tortillas, served with salsa, sour cream, and a side of Spanish
Okay,
rice.
that sounds good.
That does. And then the other entree is chicken parm. Dijon crusted chicken breast topped with marinara sauce, mozzarella and Parmesan cheeses, served with spaghetti and sauteed
That sounds good, but
broccoli.
like I would need a nap after.
Yeah, they both
Very
sound
carb-heavy.
delicious, and they're both incredible bargains at $8.95.
Wow.
Where can you
You
get
can't.
an entree?
Do the students get to choose if they go to the cafeteria or Tiger's Pride, or is it
They get to choose, but what do you think they choose?
probably the cafeteria?
You think so?
I don't know.
They
Wait,
eat their food.
But
They usually-
just the culinary.
Oh, just the culinary
Culinary
students.
side.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
no,
okay.
the kids have to go
Go
to
to
the
the
cafeteria.
National Honor Society members can come down.
Right.
Yes.
I
Oh,
started
okay.
that when I
Spring.
was principal here. The NHS kids could eat at the school restaurant.
Nice.
But teachers.
Teachers.
Teachers eat there, and the public
Benefit
comes in too, so it's
tremendously.
good.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Sandwich specials today are the Turkey Club.
You can't go wrong with a
sliced
turkey club, I
turkey
feel
on
like.
toasted
Ciabatta.
bread with lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and bacon. And that's served with a chef's side and a pickle. And Stefan and I always hope that the chef's side
Is macaroni salad.
Yeah, that's the best. They make the best macaroni salad. But alas, it's not always macaroni salad.
No.
Then we have the Hawaii 5-0
Yeah,
sandwich.
that's new.
Ham and Swiss cheese melt on a brioche roll with spinach, roasted pineapple, and honey mustard. Also served with a chef side and a pickle.
Those sound delicious.
Sounds
And then
delicious. I'm getting a little
beverages.
hungry here.
I am.
can
That got
get
me hungry.
Coffee, tea, milk, Coke, Diet Coke, all the beverages.
Yeah.
And the best for last, the chef's featured desserts.
Sometimes.
Always amazing.
I love when they have carrot cake because I count it as a vegetable.
Oh, nice.
It's got shavings of carrots in it.
And fruit
It's
if they're
close.
a raisin.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
Frosting has dairy. It's really a complete, I think.
it's a complete meal right there.
Yeah.
Well, if you are hungry, today is also National Veggie Burger Day.
Yay.
Oh, I've had great veggie.
I have never had a veggie burger. I will admit it right now.
Neither have I. Neither have I.
Well,
I had a really good black bean burger once. I'm not sure if that counts.
Yeah, that's a veggie burger. But
I mean,
they
if I'm going to have a burger, I
evolved.
really want to.
So
Hamburger.
you can go to Burger King now and get an Impossible Whopper.
I saw
Whopper
that.
Made
But
with
but what's in it?
Yeah.
an Impossible.
Yeah.
Meat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, do you have that on your paper?
I do not. I don't have the Whopper
I could look it
because
up.
I'm not. I've never really had one. So our culinary students are going to be presenting us with veggie burgers today, so that we can all taste it, and then we'll decide. I challenge the chef to convert me into liking veggie burgers. So
All right. It's a good challenge.
it's a good challenge because
I don't like vegetables that much, though. In a burger, could go either way.
I wonder how it's going to taste. I'm very curious. I mean, and you're not a vegetarian, but you have some
Right.
in your family.
Yes, I am married to a vegetarian. And when we first had kids, we were raising them vegetarian. We decided to do that, but I mostly cooked vegetarian, but I still ate some meat. And my 2-year-old son said to me at dinner one night, "Mommy, do you eat little birdies with sauce on them?" And I had to say yes, I did. But once the grandparents got involved,
Yeah.
the vegetarian thing was out the window. So they're not vegetarians, but the products then were nowhere near as good as they are.
I think they've come a long way. So
Long
that's
way.
what I think has happened, and so I'm anxious to try it. I'm looking forward to it. Andrea is too. I can tell
Yeah.
by
I think
her
you'll like it.
So excited for a veggie burger this morning at 10 a.m.
at 10 a.m. So this day celebrates the veggie burger and its positive impact in the environment. More and more people are gobbling up these delicious nutrient-loaded meat alternatives and are coming back for more. So we will be trying one a little bit later, but. Basically, veggie burgers are packed with flavor, protein, and nutrients. They show up at backyard barbecues. I know when we were back in the day when I started the freshman cookout here for the families, we had to start incorporating veggie burgers because
right.
it is an increasing population. So, but again, I think even since then, because I'm going to be coming up on my 10th year as superintendent, right? So what I'm being told is that veggie burgers have come a long way since then. They just might not be any healthier for you than a beef burger, in which case, what are you doing?
Well, there are different reasons why people
Become vegetarians.
become
Agreed.
vegetarians.
Agreed. And I think I respect that 100%. I just don't want to do it.
I think they're not for Impossible Burgers and Beyond Burger are two, I think, of the big
The big
brands
ones?
now that are really meat-like, taste, texture.
All right, well, think about it. You can put, I like my burger of whatever it's made of, I think,
Yes,
with lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, or ketchup.
both for me.
Maybe an onion on top.
No.
So and then so when you put
Oh
all
my
that on top of the burger and the
Right.
bread
And pickles.
and pickles, I mean, isn't that what you're
Right.
tasting?
Yes.
And cheese.
And cheese.
Cheese.
It needs cheese.
It has to
To
have.
have
I hope we
cheese.
get cheese today. I did not make that
Yeah.
request
Well,
because I haven't requested like a cheese. I didn't think of it.
some vegetarians
Don't eat dairy
don't eat
either.
cheese, right? But they have cheese alternatives as well. I have something in my refrigerator called Melt, and it's instead of butter. It's non-dairy butter.
I've seen plant butter.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is plant butter.
Interesting.
I tried it once.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I have a jar of not mayo.
What the
They
heck is
can-
it?
Not mayo. But
Is it the same color?
it's the same
Does
color.
it taste
Texture?
like mayo?
Consistency, taste, yes.
Okay.
It tastes the same too.
Soy is an amazing thing. They do a lot with soy, which soy is the main ingredient, of course, in the Impossible Burger, the burger that's served the Whopper at Burger King. Soy protein concentrate, coconut oil, sunflower oil, and potato protein.
Sounds delicious.
Don't knock it till you try it.
As I used to say when I was 3, I can't like this.
Well, we don't want to say that to chef
We
and
don't.
the,
No.
and the students.
No, not at all.
We'll just smile and say we love it.
Well, and they cooked it for us, so we have
Right.
to,
Yeah.
I won't make you eat the whole thing if you don't like it, though.
I may love it.
I'm optimistic.
This could be a whole new path for me.
This is what I'm thinking. All right, it's already 9:31, so we're going to take our second break real quick, come back, talk more about the why. But this is going to be, this is number 1 on the year we're looking for, so this should be a giveaway.
This should be a good one. All right.
Ready, Pete?
Dig, if you will, the picture of you and I engaged in a kiss. The sweat of your body covers me. Can you, my darling, can you picture this? Dream if you can, a courtyard, an ocean of violets in bloom. Animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat between me and you. Just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Touch it through in my stomach. Feel how it trembles inside. You've got the butterflies all tied up. Don't make me chase you, even doves that cry. Just leave me standing alone in a world so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. How can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my mother, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Doves cry. Doves cry. Doves cry. Don't cry.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
And welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight. If you didn't notice, that was When Doves Cry by Prince. It was number 1, and it was off the Purple Rain album. And I think that song was more popular than Purple Rain. I don't know. I was only a certain age, and I don't remember. But I think this was a pretty popular song.
I think it's probably the number 1 off that album.
Yeah, me too.
Purple Rain was huge that year.
It was,
dominated
wasn't it?
all pop culture.
All pop culture. It's funny. I was talking, and I just said, "Oh, I think I'm." No. I talked about it. Unfortunately, Prince has passed away. But Andrea thought I said I was going to a Prince concert. So if I'm going to a Prince concert, Pete, are we all really here? I'm
well,
just checking.
that might have been a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, so you go. That's what I
Might have
said.
been. Might have been.
I would have gone.
There's
to a
some really
Prince
good
concert.
impersonators out there.
There
though,
are.
So,
But I would have gone to a Prince concert in a heartbeat. I think I didn't go. Did you? Have you seen?
No, it's a regret.
A regret I have.
Yeah.
So, all right. National Veggie Burger Day in a few. Let's talk about preschool because we have you're one of our preschool partners.
We
as well,
are.
with the Boys and Girls Club. And of course, we all have the same common goal, which is to offer preschool to as many kids as possible. We know the benefits of it. You have had a program for a long time. We're kind of new into the game.
At least
Minus
since 1974.
right. I
Yeah.
think we're at least 60, 65 years into it.
Right. And again, we have Fort Meadow. So, but it's a half-day program. You have a full-day program, right?
We do. We have 80 preschoolers at the Y. They can start when they're 2.9 years old through 4, 5, so the pre-K program.
Right.
So our goal is to really give them their early education, so they hit Westfield Public Schools ready to learn, because we know that early education, those early years make a huge difference on future success.
They really do. In terms of student attendance, student success, in terms of academic achievement, social achievement. And one of the things I think that we saw when we implemented our preschools right in our elementary schools is the transition to kindergarten is almost seamless in comparison. But as opposed to kids who didn't have any preschool at all.
Right.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
And that is, I think you got to have preschool today. That's kind of my opinion, but what do you think? I mean, it's critical.
I think it's huge, and it's bigger than it ever was before. Before it was more of a socialization, right? How to interact.
Now
with
there's
other-
like curriculum and
Now
stuff.
there's curriculum.
Right, Susan?
There's curriculum.
Yeah.
What's that about,
Yeah.
Susan? Director.
Yeah, it's more than eating sand at preschool.
It is. Yeah.
Right. We have early childhood standards, and DESE, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, also has incorporated preschool standards, and they're pretty similar. So our community-based programs are utilizing those EEC standards.
What does EEC stand for?
Early education and care.
Sorry. I knew
and-
that. I'm just.
So we have
guess.
several curriculum programs that we use. Our main program is called Tools of the Mind, and that is at all the Westfield public schools preschool classrooms. And then the YMCA and the Boys and Girls Club have certain programs that they're using, and you have a new one you have a new partnership with Children's Literacy.
Right, through the CPPI grant, which is the Commonwealth Preschool Partnership Initiative.
Woohoo!
Okay, Andrea is the only one that gets that acronym ever
Ever?
of any of us. So we always
We just call it
say
CPPI.
Right. But what we've been able to do is the partnership between the Boys and Girls Club, the Y, and the school is align some of our curriculum. So we signed on to Project Lead the Way.
Yes.
Love
And
Project
Club
Lead the
as
Way.
well.
We love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we signed on to that, and then our teachers are also able to attend the same trainings that the Westfield Public Schools teachers are attending.
Yes.
And then we also get the benefits of the services of the ABAs and others who can come in
The
to help with some of
speech
the
and
Right.
OT.
behavioral and the speech and the OT. So it really
ABA
is.
is applied behavior analysis.
See, I didn't know what that. I know what they do, but I don't have that acronym committed to memory.
Listen, you got CPPI. You're forever
Yeah.
impressed me with that.
That is impressive.
Well, my whole organization's an acronym, so I better get
Yeah.
some of them.
Ours
That-
too.
this is-
Right.
yeah. That is- so you have 80 preschoolers,
80 to 85.
and you're at capacity.
Where there's always room. Michelle doesn't like when I say this, but there's always room for more. We'll find a way.
Well, and we don't like to say no either, right? to
Right,
that.
exactly.
So we want to accept them. So how many preschool teachers, classrooms, and what's the breakdown?
We have about 6 classrooms, and for us at the Y, you can choose if you want to do half day, 2-day, half day, 3-day, full day, 5-day.
What do most
Very
people pick?
flexible.
Or is it a
We're seeing
mix?
more and more people do full day, 5-day, but we still have some, especially with the young ones, like the 2.9, like a 2-day,
Sometimes,
half day,
Yeah,
just
and
to get them
ease
started
in,
and
yeah.
ease in the half day. So it's really parents.
We're seeing a lot of
parents'
requests
choice.
for full day.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Full day. And we don't want to be childcare, but full day is, I mean, look at, we could do a lot in a full day. And I think, do we incorporate a nap time? Because I think
Yes.
if we don't, we should
In
be doing that for
preschool,
everyone.
we have,
Yeah.
We
EEC
do
requires a nap time
Yeah.
for us, or a rest time.
Rest time.
And
Rest
it's
time.
just best, I don't think DESE requires it, but we know it's best practice developmentally. They need a
It
break.
could be best practice for adults too.
It-
don't
I
you?
really-
You know, just like a little siesta time in the middle.
Develop-
Europe has
Mentally,
it
when
going
we're-
on, and Mexico has it going.
Yeah, that's right.
Just like a chance to regroup. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little
But
20 any more than 20 minutes though, and
Yeah.
you know, you start dreaming, you're waking up cranky.
Well,
but also
and that-
incorporated into our preschool program is because it's located at the Y, is that they have, we incorporate swim lessons into our curriculum, and also leaning into our healthy living, because we're for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Ah.
They participate in yoga. So each kid gets to do yoga once a week and
You
swim
do
lessons
yoga,
once a
don't you?
week.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some really cool interactive interdepartment partnerships
Yes.
for our preschoolers.
I had to think the pool, because we've all both had our pool issues.
We have.
Late, and
yeah.
they're not cheap to maintain, folks.
No,
huh?
no, they're
all-
not. But people love them, and we love to keep them maintained. So.
Right.
Yeah.
We do. It's a lot. I'm just trying to think.
I have
about-
3 of them.
So your
Wow.
preschools are in 2 different locations.
Right. We have the Taylor Mansion at the Y, and then we also have we own a 2-family house right behind the Y called Hank's house. So it's the first and second floors.
Who's
of
Hank?
Hank was Henry Clobbert. He had my position back in the day, and Jack Clobbert, air compressor engineering, Russ Clobbert. They were on the board for a time, and this house became up for sale, and they bought it and gave it to the Y before I was there. I think Harry Rock was the CEO at the time, and so we named it after Henry Clobbert, who was, at the time, we were called CEOs, were called general secretaries. So he was a general secretary of the Y. So it is Hank's house.
That's the title of the guy who runs the UN, or a person. I don't even know who it is anymore, but
The general secretary, yeah.
Secretary General, they call it.
Oh,
Yeah.
secretary.
So it's an older term. Now you're just the CEO.
Now I'm just the CEO.
Well, not just. Actually, it
Yeah.
sounds.
Depending
more-
upon the day, I'm a CEO or a plumber. It all,
You know-
never know.
Same here in this job.
Yep.
We do whatever it takes, right?
Exactly.
Andrea
I mop
says
floors,
we meet
plunge
the
toilets,
need.
you name it. We'll
Yeah.
do it because
Yeah.
that's just what we do.
Yeah, we got it. We got to get it done, and titles go out the door. It doesn't matter. We just got to do the work.
Any other programming for kids? Because you offer a lot so far. Like,
Yeah,
what
well-
about not preschool?
Not preschool. Well, we have our whole school-age childcare program, obviously before and after school, which is in all
Which you-
Westfield public
yes,
schools.
it is.
So thank you for that.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Yeah,
that.
you're very welcome. And then, additionally, we have a lot of health and wellness classes we have like junior fit, and we have a teen strength training program coming up. So lots of health and wellness classes for kids as well. And then we have a leaders club, which is really cool. So it's a teen group that works on character development and volunteerism and just being good people.
Just
and-
teaching people how to be good people.
yeah, teaching people how to be good people and how to be leaders and how to get along, right?
Yeah,
Our missions are aligned.
Aligned.
in that
Sure,
way.
yeah.
absolutely. All right, Pete, we're ready for song 3. This is number 14 in the year we're looking for.
I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired. Man, I'm just tired and bored with myself. Hey there, baby, I could use just a little help. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Messages keep getting clearer. Radio's on and I'm moving around the place. I check my look in the mirror. Wanna change my clothes, my hair, my face, and I ain't getting no There's something happening somewhere. Baby, I just know that this. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This guns for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. You sit around getting older. There's a joke, yes, a wine, it's on me. I shake this world off my shoulders. Come on, baby, the laughs on me. Stay on the streets of this town, and they'll be carving you up alright. You say you gotta stay hungry. Hey, baby, I'm just a fast star tonight. I'm dying for some action. I'm sick of sitting around here trying to write this book. I need a love reaction. Come on, baby, give me just one look. We can't start a fire. Sitting around crying over a broken heart. This gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. We can't start a fire. Worrying about your little world falling apart. This gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. 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 Hey, baby.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight. That was Dancing in the Dark by Bruce Springsteen, number 14. Now, the last song is going to be Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart, and that was number 36. Pete, what's your guess?
I might.
Oh. All right, we're going to start with...
My guess is a novel by George Orwell, 1984.
Okay.
Well, that was my first guess, and then I changed it to 1985, and I'm now regretting it.
I'm
Andrea?
going to go a little 86.
Chef, you want to know the song? See if you can guess the year? So we got Against All Odds, Phil Collins was number 5. When Doves Cry by Prince, number 1. Dancing in the Dark, Bruce Springsteen, number 14. And Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart, number 36.
84.
84 is correct.
84?
84.
Yes!
There it is.
Well done.
When Doves Cry. So I remember Prince, that album, that Purple Rain album. I got to tell you, that and Bruce Springsteen probably got the most play at my house.
Yeah.
On cassette.
On cassettes.
Because that was Born in the USA, right? Dancing
Yeah,
in the
that was
Dark
the
came
Born
out
in the USA.
album.
Glory Days was on that one too. If
Glory Days was
Any
on
of
that
this
Yeah,
sounding
I
at
believe-
all familiar?
do you guys know who Bruce Springsteen is? Oh, see, they've heard of Bruce
All right, that's
Springsteen.
good.
Well, the- yeah.
How about Prince? You've heard of Prince at all? Okay.
Probably not Corey Hart.
No.
Well, he was
No.
on a TV.
They'd know
show.
the song if we played the song.
Yeah, Sunglasses.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a very popular song. All right, so we have Chef Rogers here today with 2 students for National Veggie Burger Day. I'm looking at our plates. We have a veggie burger, a pickle, and some sweet potato fries. Do you like sweet potato fries?
I do, dipped in honey mustard.
And honey mustard. Oh, there you go. So how did we do this today, Chef? How do we get these burgers? Yeah. Here, come on over. Get a seat.
Are we live
They
here,
can go up
Pete?
high,
We
yeah,
are
yeah,
live.
Yeah.
All right. So typically we would do everything homemade from scratch, but as most of us know, we have freshman science MCAS this morning.
Yes.
Science, right?
Yeah, it's science. Yeah.
So the students don't really get into the shop until about 9:35.
So
all
it's
said
kind
and
of
done.
okay.
So we kind of, Chef Nick and I kind of put this together this morning.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. So the veggie burgers are actually, those are a Bubba burger. We would have made them on our own, but we're inundated with catering this week. So
I've heard of Bubba Burger. Have you?
I have
It's
heard.
a brand,
I've
yeah.
had
And I
it.
didn't realize Bubba Burger even made vegetable burgers. It's kind of cool that they do. I have to stop at BJ's this afternoon and buy some of the beef burgers for a little shindig at my house. But this weekend, these are actually really good. Morningstar makes a couple, and certainly there's tons of recipes on the internet to make your own vegetable burger.
You could make your own veggie burger?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what's in it.
Usually soy protein, black beans, usually some kind of binder, corn, vegetables, things like that. Usually some of them are gluten-free, but some of them use a little bit of wheat product as a binder to keep them together.
I was going to say, how do you keep it together? Like
Yep.
hamburger gets the fat, let's be fair.
Yeah.
Which is delicious, by the way.
And then and we actually roasted them because they tend to dry out on a grill. So we roasted them, and then we actually oven roasted in our combi oven the sweet potato fries too, which the combi ovens do a really nice job, and they're a little, so it's more of a healthy meal. Than
What's a combi oven now that you're bringing that up?
What's a combi oven?
Come on over. What is it? Tell us what it is. And
a
let us know your
combi-
name, too.
So we have
I'm Cora. A combi oven, it's like, it can like do everything, really. It can steam, it can roast. It's like this really fancy thing, it has a little computer on the side of it.
Oh.
So, and it has like all these different settings, so you can set it to like make fries or like a burger or something.
So does it preset like a preset? Like if I hit my microwave popcorn, it's 2 minutes and it does
Yes.
the bag like that? Oh, that's pretty
it
cool.
even has a little picture. So
Quite the chef there.
Hey! I've been asking Mr. Zaporowski to come into the kitchen for 10 years now to do a demonstration for the kids because he is very talented in the kitchen. And soon, chef, soon. And soon has really been stretched out into quite an extended period of time.
Look at bring in a quarter cow, hang it up, and I'll
Yep.
cut it.
He was a butcher.
We used to get him on the rack.
Oh, yeah,
Come
for
in.
sure, yeah.
And we have to cut it in the air, put it on the table. It was great.
So those combi ovens, we can actually do like a pre-programmed setting to it'll actually proof bread, and it'll keep moisture in the cabinet, and then you can program it to go right into a flash steam, right into baking. It actually has a dehydrator on it, which we talked about last week for National
Next week
Jerky
is
Day.
the
next
Jerky Day.
Thursday.
Yeah, we're excited.
Can I come back?
Yeah, you can absolutely.
Absolutely. And Mrs. Zaporowski's going to get us some sirloin so we can do some.
Nice one, absolutely.
No,
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I'm in.
Yeah, but you can poach an egg in it. You can steam broccoli in it, asparagus. You can dry heat convection with the fan. You can turn the fan all the way down. You can flash add moisture to it with the push of a button. And then you can also do it in combi mode where it's applying steam and moisture at the same time as dry heat convection. And it's
So you can't screw it up, is what you're saying.
You know what?
Isn't that what that sounds like?
I wish I had them when I was back in the industry, but I hate to say this, but I think it takes a lot of the knowledge needed to be successful in a kitchen out, and it's all in the computer.
Because it does it for you.
So as long as you can scroll and find the picture of a broccoli flowerette and push the button and it preheats, it tells you when to put it in and it tells you when to take it out.
But if you don't have the knowledge and skill, then when your combi oven breaks, you got to
You
close
nailed
the
it.
restaurant.
And how many times have I had pieces of equipment not work when you need them to, and you have to come up with an alternative
So you
on the
need
fly.
the
You
base
do,
knowledge.
You do, and these are those combi ovens are great too, because let's say I'm working for MGM, for example, and I'm in Springfield this week, but they're sending me to Vegas to do a James Beard dinner or something. I can actually put a USB into the oven, download all my recipes, go to Vegas, plug it into their oven, and I have everything right at my fingertips. That was a capital skills grant we received, I think, 6 years ago. And we have 2 of them, they're double stack, and each one was $52,000.
Wow.
Yep.
So besides.
So we don't have them at home, is what you're saying.
No.
No, but
I got a good air
You
fryer.
need a water line.
Me too.
You need a water line, and you need a drain for it.
Oh, because it's got to
So
have
we,
the steam.
we had to do a little bit of, construction in there too, plumbing, electrical.
Now, do you guys like veggie burgers?
No.
So besides Cora, who else do we have today?
Gabby.
Hi, Gabby. Do you like
And
veggie
what-
burgers?
No.
And what grade
Have
are
you tried
you in?
one?
No.
You'd
See?
be surprised how good they are.
These girls, I
I've
like
had-
them.
I've had the ones from Burger King. Those ones are pretty good.
The Impossible Burger at
Yeah.
Burger King? See, Susan was talking
Those
about that.
are,
See?
yeah.
You might have to try it. Did you enjoy making this or no? Would you put it on a menu if you were to, build a menu someday for?
I mean, yeah, probably, because there's people who don't eat meats and stuff like that, so you kind of have to be inclusive.
You do.
So,
Look at that. All right, we have a minute. Can we try them?
of course.
Andrea's very excited.
If anybody wants to
Yes.
come into the restaurant today, Gabby is expediting for I think maybe her second time in culinary arts, and she's all stressed out about it.
Oh, I can't.
She's
wait.
telling me she's not doing it, but little does she know she's going to do such a good job.
Okay, I look forward to seeing
I think she'll
her.
do just fine.
And the last one is for Mr. Coles.
The expediter position is
really
probably
excited
the highest demand position during service because you're running the flow of the entire operation. All the orders go through the expediter. They receive all the orders from the station and then put it on the tray for the dining room staff. And it gets a little stressful. And Gabby,
You'll be great.
she will.
You'll be great.
You got to step outside your comfort zone. It's the only way to evolve and grow as an individual. We got one more. You're
For
not-
Andrea?
And then one to Mr. Coles.
I was like, why are there 2?
We might need take-home.
Thank you.
burgers, though, Chef, if that's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll run down and grab some.
All right. And folks, that's it for today. That's our show, National Veggie Burger Day. Thank you, Andrea, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We'll get to eat to sunglasses at night, which we all remember. And folks, catch us next week where we have Lauren Figge Cadigan here with students who are now CNAs from Westfield High School, and it's National Jerky Day. So, folks, have a terrific weekend, and hope it doesn't rain tomorrow night for Westfield High's graduation.
Here we go.
Catch you next week.
Thank you.
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can watch you weave and breathe your storylines. And I wear my sunglasses at night so I can keep track of the visions in my eyes. While she's deceiving me, cuts my security. Has she got control of me? I turn to her and say, don't switch the blade on a guy in shades of gold. Don't masquerade with the guy in shades of gold. I can't believe it, 'cause you've got it bad with the guy in shades of gold. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can forget my name.